Nobody saw this coming, not the fans, not the viewers, not even those closest to the Holt family. In a moment that stunned social media and sent shockwaves across the reality TV world, Martell Holt's own children have spoken out on camera, revealing deeply personal and emotional family secrets that no one expected to hear. What they said has left fans completely speechless, sparking heated debates online and reigniting old questions about what really happens behind the scenes of love and marriage. Huntsville. For years, Martell has tried to control the narrative, painting a picture of a proud father, a devoted co-parent and a man misunderstood by the public. But now, with his kids' innocent words exposing cracks in that perfect image, the truth may finally be surfacing. From hidden drama to painful truths that were never meant to see the light of day. Here's what really happened behind closed doors, and why this shocking revelation could change everything for Martell Holt. For those who might not be caught up, Martell Holt is one of the central figures of the hit-own reality series Love and Marriage, Huntsville, a show that follows the lives, love stories, and business ventures of high-profile couples navigating success, fame, and family in Alabama. From the very beginning, Martell stood out for his charm, ambition, and sharp sense of style. He built a name for himself as a real estate entrepreneur and proud father, often presenting the image of a man who had it all: a thriving business, a beautiful wife, and a growing family. But behind the cameras, the reality was far more complicated. Martell's marriage to Melody Shari, once a fan-favorite power couple, began to unravel in the public eye. Their relationship became the centerpiece of the show's most explosive drama, marked by betrayal, emotional confrontations, and ultimately, a painful divorce that played out in front of millions. The revelation of Martell's infidelity shattered the illusion of perfection, and their split left viewers divided, some sympathizing with his struggles, others calling him out for his choices. Since the divorce, Martell and Melody have tried to navigate the difficult road of co-parenting, but tensions have remained high. Fans have witnessed heated arguments, emotional interviews, and cryptic social media posts from both sides, hinting that the wounds never truly healed. Even though Martell often insists he's focused on being a good father, critics argue that the ongoing drama has taken a toll, not just on him and Melody, but most importantly, on their children. That's why this latest revelation, the kids themselves speaking out, has hit so hard. For years, fans have speculated that the constant fighting and public exposure might be affecting the family behind the scenes. And now, with the children revealing glimpses of what life is really like, those suspicions are being confirmed in ways no one was prepared for. This isn't just another TV scandal, it's a real-life glimpse into the cost of fame, broken trust, and a family caught in the spotlight. The moment that set the internet ablaze came from what seemed like an innocent family clip, but within seconds, it turned into one of the most talked-about revelations in Love and Marriage, Huntsville history. Martell Holt's children, usually kept in the background of the drama, were caught on camera speaking openly about their family life. The video spread quickly across social media, and what they said left viewers stunned. On the clip, one of Martell's children can be heard saying softly, "Daddy and Mommy don't talk much anymore. They always fight." Another voice follows with a heartbreaking honesty, "We don't go to Daddy's house a lot now. Mommy says it's better if we stay home." Their words were innocent, spoken without bitterness or blame, yet they carried the kind of truth that no adult had ever dared to say out loud. You could hear the confusion in their voices, the sadness behind their words, and the longing of children caught between two worlds. The camera lingered on their faces, small, expressive, and full of emotion, and for a moment, all the noise of reality TV vanished. This wasn't scripted drama. This wasn't a storyline crafted for ratings. This was real life, raw and unfiltered, spilling out from the mouths of the very people most affected by the chaos. When the clip hit the internet, the reaction was immediate and explosive. Fans flooded social media with shock and heartbreak. Comment sections filled with messages like, "This is so sad, these kids didn't ask for any of this," and you can feel the pain in their voices. Some viewers expressed anger at Martell, accusing him of bringing his children into public turmoil. Others turned their sympathy toward Melody, wondering how she must feel hearing her kids reveal such private truths. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram lit up with emotional reactions. Many said it was the first time they truly understood how deeply the Holt family drama had cut into the lives of their children. Hashtags like #PrayForTheKids, #Martell Holt, and #Love and Marriage Huntsville began trending as people shared the video, dissected every word, and debated who was responsible for letting things reach this point. For years, Fans have watched Martell and Melody clash on screen, but hearing the pain directly from their children made it hit differently. It wasn't gossip anymore, it was a glimpse into the emotional fallout of fame, divorce, and broken trust. The innocence of their words carried more weight than any interview or confession ever could. And in that moment, the world realized, this wasn't just another reality TV scandal, this was a family in crisis, and the truth had finally found its voice. The children's words may have been few, but their meaning ran deep, and fans wasted no time reading between the lines. What seemed like innocent comments soon began to unravel a much bigger picture of pain, tension, and unresolved conflict hidden behind Martell Holt's polished public image. The quiet admission, "Daddy and Mommy always fight," suggested that the hostility between Martell and Melody didn't end with their divorce. It simply moved off-screen, continuing to haunt the children in private. For years, Martell has portrayed himself as a devoted father trying to make co-parenting work. But after hearing the children speak, viewers began to suspect that behind the smiling photos and polite interviews, there were still bitter arguments and unhealed wounds. The kids' comments hinted at an environment filled with confusion and divided loyalties, where they're forced to navigate the fallout of adult battles they never asked to fight. Their remark, "We don't go to Daddy's house a lot now," struck a nerve. It raised questions about whether there were deeper issues in Martell's relationship with his children. Was this a sign of strained custody arrangements? Was Melody limiting visits out of concern? Or were the kids themselves uncomfortable? Fans began connecting the dots, linking the children's words to past rumors of heated custody disputes. Cryptic social media posts from Melody expressing exhaustion, and Martell's own defensive responses in interviews. Online, the narrative quickly shifted. People who once defended Martell started questioning whether he had been hiding the truth all along, masking family turmoil with charm and rehearsed explanations. "If the kids are speaking like this," one fan wrote on Twitter, "imagine what they've seen behind closed doors." Another added, "Martell can't spin this anymore. Children don't lie. They speak what they feel." The emotional impact of the children's revelations became impossible to ignore. Viewers expressed deep empathy for the kids, recognizing the toll public feuds can take on young hearts. Many pointed out that while Martell and Melody continued to fight for their own version of the truth, their children are the ones quietly absorbing every word, every conflict, every tear. The innocence in their voices carried a truth that no adult confession could match the truth of emotional exhaustion and the longing for peace in a fractured home. Meanwhile, gossip forums and fan pages lit up with speculation. Some claimed this was proof that Martell's image as a hands-on father was more performance than reality. Others questioned if Melody, despite her own pain, was also struggling to shield the kids from the spotlight. Either way, one thing was clear. The cracks in the Holt family story had split wide open, and the children's voices had revealed more than any camera ever could. Now, the world is watching not just to assign blame, but to uncover the truth behind a family whose private battles have finally spilled into public view. The moment the clip surfaced, social media exploded. Within hours, Twitter, now X, was flooded with emotional reactions, fiery debates, and hashtags that quickly shot to the top of trending lists. The conversation was impossible to ignore. Hashtag Martell Holt, Love and Marriage Huntsville, hashtag Protect the Kids, and hashtag Family Secrets dominated timelines as fans, critics, and even celebrities weighed in on what had just unfolded. Across the platform, outrage mixed with heartbreak. Many viewers were furious that such private, painful truths had come from the mouths of children. One user tweeted, "Why bring the kids into this? They didn't sign up for the show, they deserve peace, not publicity." Another wrote, "This is beyond TV drama now. Those kids are crying out for help, and all Martell seems to care about is his image." The clip struck a nerve with parents and longtime fans alike, igniting conversations about the price children pay when adult conflicts spill into the public eye. But the reactions weren't all ones. Some supporters rushed to Martell's defense, arguing that the clip was taken out of context or manipulated by media outlets eager to stir up drama. One fan posted, "People are quick to blame Martell, but we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Kids say things they don't always understand." Another added, "Both parents share responsibility. It's not fair to crucify one person without the full story." Meanwhile, celebrities and cast members began reacting subtly. A few of Martell's Love and Marriage, Huntsville co-stars posted cryptic messages that fans immediately connected to the situation. Melody Shari shared a quiet quote on Instagram, "Truth has a way of speaking for itself." Though she didn't mention Martell by name, The timing was unmistakable. Another cast member reposted a meme reading, "Children tell the truth, adults try to hide." By the end of the day, the narrative had shifted from gossip to public outrage. Parents, mental health advocates, and fans all echoed the same concern. The children are suffering while adults fight for control. The situation became more than entertainment, it became a moral debate about parenting, privacy, and accountability in the age of reality TV. As one viral tweet summed it up, "This isn't about Martell versus Melody anymore. This is about the kids and what happens when love turns into war." The internet had spoken, and the world was watching Martell Holt closer than ever before. For Martell Holt, this moment could be the most damaging blow yet to a reputation already on fragile ground. His public image has struggled ever since his highly publicized cheating scandal shattered the illusion of the perfect family man. Despite numerous attempts to rebuild trust with fans and reshape his persona as a devoted father and ambitious entrepreneur, the latest revelation coming straight from his own children has reignited old wounds and cast serious doubt on the narrative he's fought to maintain. Reality TV thrives on drama, but it also thrives on authenticity, and for many viewers, this incident blurred the line between entertainment and emotional truth. The children's innocent words seemed to confirm what critics have long suspected, that Martell's life off-camera may be far more chaotic and fractured than he's willing to admit. This perception has left many questioning whether his charm and polished image have simply been a mask hiding unresolved conflict and instability. The fallout could reach far beyond fan opinions. Co-parenting trust with Melody Shari, already strained by years of tension, may now be pushed to a breaking point. If the public sees him as someone unable to shield his children from turmoil, Melody could feel more justified in setting stricter boundaries or even revisiting custody arrangements. The emotional vulnerability of the kids has become the center of the conversation, and that spotlight reflects poorly on Martell's ability to maintain a stable family environment. Professionally, the impact could be equally serious. Reality TV stars rely heavily on public sympathy and brand partnerships, both of which depend on relatability and trust. With his name trending for all the wrong reasons, future appearances, endorsements, and business ventures may be at risk. Brands wary of controversy may distance themselves, and producers could question whether his presence adds drama or damages the show's credibility. In the unforgiving world of reality television, image is everything, and this scandal threatens to undo years of effort spent trying to rehabilitate his. For some fans, the damage may already be done. They're no longer seeing Martell Holt, the charming entrepreneur. They're seeing a father whose children are quietly revealing the truth he couldn't hide. Whether he can recover from this depends not on his next interview or social media post, but on real actions that show accountability, humility, and change. Until then, his legacy remains caught between the man he claims to be and the one his children may have just exposed. Beyond all the gossip, trending hashtags, and viral reactions, lies a much deeper and more painful truth: the real cost of fame, and the heavy price children often pay when their parents' lives become public property. For Martell Holt and Melody Shari, the cameras may have brought fame, fortune, and a platform, but for their children, it has meant growing up under the relentless glare of the spotlight, where every argument, every rumor, every whispered secret eventually finds its way to the world. The heartbreaking moment when their kids spoke out wasn't just entertainment, it was a cry from the quietest corner of the story. In their innocence, they revealed what scripted confessionals and carefully worded interviews never could: the emotional scars left by public family feuds. When love turns into conflict and that conflict becomes content, children often become the unseen casualties, their confusion, sadness, and longing for peace laid bare for millions to see. Reality TV thrives on drama, but children don't understand ratings or storylines. They understand tension, they feel distance, they absorb pain. Every fight broadcast on television, every insult exchanged on social media, every public post meant to prove a point, it all echoes in their hearts. And in moments like this, when their small voices finally surface, the world catches a glimpse of the truth adults often try to hide. As one viewer wrote, "Sometimes, the truth doesn't come from interviews, it comes from the innocent voices caught in between." That statement captures the essence of what this moment really means. It's not just a scandal. It's a reflection, a mirror held up to every parent who's ever let pride, ego, or revenge overshadow the responsibility to protect their children's hearts. This story is a reminder that fame can magnify conflict in ways no one is ever truly prepared for. The Holt's journey, once seen as aspirational, now stands as a cautionary tale about how unresolved wounds and public exposure can turn love into spectacle. But it's also a chance for Martell, Melody, and anyone watching to pause and reconsider what truly matters. In the end, no headline, no show, no viral clip is worth more than a child's peace of mind. The cameras will eventually turn off. The fans will move on, but the impact of these moments will linger in the hearts of the ones who had no say, the children, caught in the crossfire of broken love and public life. And perhaps, if there's any lesson to be learned, it's that healing begins, not with defense or denial, but with listening to the smallest voices, the ones brave enough to tell the truth when no one else will. Martell Holt may have spent years trying to control the narrative, shaping his image through interviews, appearances, and carefully crafted social media posts. But now, the truth has finally found its voice, and it didn't come from a headline or a reality show confession. It came from the most honest place imaginable, the words of his own children. Their innocent voices have peeled back the layers of polished appearances and revealed a side of the story no one could ignore. The world has heard their pain, their confusion, and their longing for peace, and now, nothing will ever look the same again. This moment has left fans divided and emotional. Some believe the children's words are the most authentic glimpse we've ever had into Martell and Melody's broken relationship, proof that the wounds of their past still run deep. Others argue that kids sometimes speak without full understanding, and their comments may have been taken out of context. But one thing is clear, the truth has sparked a conversation that cannot be silenced. So now we ask you, what do you believe? Do you think the kids revealed the real story behind the Holt family's turmoil? Or is this being blown out of proportion by the public and the press? And most importantly, whose side are you on? Martell's, as a father trying to rebuild, or Melody's, as a mother protecting her children? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters in this story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the next big reveal. Because this story is far from over. Up next, we're breaking down Melody Shari's emotional response after the video went viral, and the shocking reason fans are calling it her final goodbye to Martell Holt. You won't want to miss what she said, and what it means for the future of this family.